Hey guys, welcome back to Jurassic Collectables. Today we're going to be starting our look at the Schleich toy line. Now in the last video we did a Schleich toy unboxing. I'll put a link to that one down below so you can see what's coming up in the Schleich toy range, and we will be reviewing them all on the channel, so go and check those out. But today we're going to kick off with the fantastic Schleich Tyrannosaurus Rex, and here he is. What a beautiful figure. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. Now, straight off the bat, when I picked this one up and had a little look at him, the first thing that struck me was actually his likeness is very much like the popularized T-Rex that we see in Jurassic Park. It's not a direct representation of the T-Rex that we see in that film, but he does have a resemblance to that T-Rex. And I have to say, the first thing that I really like about the look of this piece is the airbrushing that's been done all over. There's a really lovely sense of contrast in colour, and it's just a really nice colour arrangement. On top of that, it's a fantastic sculpt, and it's also a very good size, very generous. If I just put him back there for a second, let's get out the tape measure, and you can see that he is roughly 11 inches, which is about 28 centimeters. So this is a sizable figure, just under a foot. So you're looking at a big T-Rex figure here, and wow, the detail is absolutely stunning. I'll give you a little 360 here and turn him around. Will be a good time for some elevator music whilst I turn him round. I could sing some to you if you like, you know, bing bong doo 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 ba da ba ba da ba ba. So there we go, and let's get a closer look at this guy. So straight off the bat, what a wonderful head sculpt. Absolutely beautiful. Really, really nicely detailed. And the good thing about these figures is that these carnivores actually have jaw articulation. So we can in fact open the jaw and see the wonderful sculpted detail inside. Now on this channel we're quite fussy about the insides of the dinosaurs' mouths, because let's face it, you're going to open that jaw a lot. If the option is there, you're going to open it. So you're going to want the sculpt inside to look fantastic. And indeed it does. Look at this lovely sculpted detail on the flesh inside the mouth there. A beautifully sculpted tongue. It's got some lovely striations going along it, and some really nice grooves and lumps and bumps. And they've even sculpted the roof of the inside of the mouth there. You can just see the sculpt work inside. So what a cracking job by Schleich. Beautiful, beautiful job. And the paint job here, especially on the lower jaw, is really lovely contrast in these colour of greens. Really, really organic looking. Now the plastic that they've used seems to have this almost like a semi-translucent feel. When I'm holding it up in the light here, it doesn't feel like it's just a flat plastic that's bouncing off the light. It does feel like the light is travelling in, absorbing the light a little bit and glowing, giving you that sort of real flesh-like skin. And I wonder if that's a choice they made to use almost like a more fleshy like plastic, but it really works. Then as we go down the neck, some really nicely added details here along the back of the head. Really adds a nice contrast to the colour scheme. Not something that necessarily everyone would go with, but I really like it. Also around the eyes here, I forgot to mention, there's this really nice sort of bony sort of crest going on all the way around, and I really like that. It's a really decorative touch going on around the eyes. Really nice. It's just a nice contrast, gives a nice contrast to the surface of the skin, and feels very natural as well. Feels like something you get in the natural world. I'm not sure if I've seen it on some sort of bearded lizard or something, but it just reminds me of something already in the natural world. As we go down the neck, some beautiful sculpted folds in the neck, which you get from all the turning and the movement of the head over time. Really beautiful. Underneath they carry on. Just a wonderful, wonderful sculpt. I mean, the detail they've gone into here is fantastic. You can carry on down the arms here. Lovely sculpted fingers, and a really nice contrast in the colour scheme going on here. You've got dark greens, you've got light yellowy greens coming down to this sort of sandy brown, and then the dark grey for the claws. Just a really nice range of colours going on here. Really nicely sculpted musculature under there, just you can see it over the rib cage. Very subtle, but just there enough to give you an indication of the musculature. And then really obvious here on the legs, you can see this lovely sculpted musculature going on. A repetition of this pattern from the back of the neck, which is nice, ties those together really nicely. And then as we go down to the feet, there's a real lovely bird-like feet, real nice contrast from this dark green. You can see it better on this foot, but you can see the way it contrasts from this scaly texture into these very bird-like feet. And this reminds me of like ostriches and emus, the way that their legs sort of have these beautiful bird-like claws. And that makes sense because obviously their descendants, we believe, are birds. So that's pretty cool. Really nice range of colours and weathering on these feet. They really do feel very natural. And the undersides of the feet have even been sculpted. Beautiful. Just a wonderful job. And actually the feeling of this plastic, it's not like a hard plastic, it's got sort of like a rubbery feel, which probably explains why it's got that sort of translucent quality to it. Very, very natural and skin-like. Really nicely sculpted scales all over. Very nice, and you've got a nice contrast in the types of scales that you're getting here. You've got nice little round, compact ones here, and then we've got larger, broader, more square ones underneath. And a nice, again, nice airbrushing contrast in the colours. Nice sandy underside, and a nice sort of range of greens on top. Beautiful. I'm really loving this figure, guys. I don't know what you think, but I think Schleich have done an amazing job on this one. It's beautiful. The detail is amazing. I love this feeling of sort of tension, these sort of folds in the skin there. You can see the rib cage coming through on this side. Really nice. Nice feeling of compression in the legs here where they meet. And some really nice creases here as it goes down to the foot. Just really lovely attention to detail. Some nice skin gathering on the knee there. Just really beautiful attention to detail. Some lovely striations on the lower jaw. I mean, I could go on for days. And actually, the eyes are really nice. I always think the eyes are really like the selling point on a figure, a dinosaur figure. If they've got the eyes right, everything else just seems to fall into place. Because the eyes bring so much life to a creature or a character. And I just think they've got it spot on here. So a fantastic job. And I think oftentimes that's down to the contrast in colour. You see the way they've used this dark colour going into the lighter colour, and it's almost like he's got a little line of mascara going on. But it really brings the eyes out, really gives you that sort of sense of contrast, and you feel the eyes are really living. Beautiful. Okay, size comparison time. Here is my trusty T-Rex mug. And as you can see, this T-Rex is really big, measuring 11 inches long in total. This is going to be one of my favourite T-Rex toys for a long time, I think. So, yeah, really massive next to my mug there. So there we have it, guys. That was today's look at the Schleich Tyrannosaurus Rex. Wow, what a lovely attention to detail Schleich has paid to this piece. It's a beautiful, beautiful, faithful dinosaur figure, and I really am glad to have this one in my collection. Thanks again to Marcus of Schleich for sending this one over for us to review. It really does look fantastic on the shelf, and I'd recommend that you guys pick this one up if you're a fan of dinosaur figurines. Okay, I'll put the website down below so you can go and check out other dinosaurs in their line. In the meantime, stay tuned for more Schleich dinosaur reviews. Rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.